Aaron, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I appreciate that. It's funny because with insurance, it's always this balance of how much insurance do I need for the what if, and then kind of balancing premiums and whatnot. But when it comes to estate planning, we all have an expiration date. We're all going to pass, and so but yet it's a very challenging topic to plan for. So I want to touch on that before we do. Tell me about yourself. Who is Aaron Johnson?
Who's Aaron Johnson? Well, the story's fairly simple. I grew up on a farm, northwest Missouri, small farm, and you know how most people think lawyers grew up wanting to be lawyers. Well, that's not true for me. It never even occurred to me. I grew up on a farm. I went to college at Northwest Missouri State University in Maryville, and when I was there, it started popping into my mind, but didn't decide to go until I had worked for a year or so. And I really, at the time, it looked to me like, lawyers were sort of involved in all sorts of different things and lots of opportunities to make a real difference for people. So that was kind of my motivation to go to law school, was to try to help people in some fashion, and I didn't know how. And it's been sort of a long 30-year journey, but I've found some ways to help people, I think.
Very good. So you were a Bearcat, and then where did you go to law school?
Washington University in St. Louis.
Okay, very good. So estate planning. When I hear estate planning, when I hear wills and trusts, I think of somebody nearing retirement, or they are in retirement and they're kind of planning ahead now. But people in their 20s, 30s, 40s probably should be looking at that and having those conversations. Is that true?
Well, the unfortunate truth is we don't know the time that our time will be called. So there's really no set time when people should think about it. In fact, from the moment a person turns 18, there are some documents that they should have just in case. And in fact, I've made my children sign some powers of attorney, a living will, when they turned 18, because at that point, I'm no longer legally able to act for them. So there are documents that even if you don't have any property, there are things that all adults should have, so that if some terrible thing does happen, they and their family are in as good a position as they can be to make decisions.
So off the top of your head, just a quick bullet points of, you said power of attorney, a living will. What are some of those ones that people 18 and older should have?
So the basic ones are a general durable power of attorney, a healthcare power of attorney, and a living will. Basically an advance directive that says whatever the person's wishes are, but typically it's if I'm in a coma and I'm not going to recover, don't take extraordinary measures to keep my body alive. That's what most people want. But the document can be written to say whatever the person desires. But without those documents, the family members will have to go to a probate court and have somebody appointed to make the decisions. And the person chosen may or may not be the one that the person wanted to make the decisions. So the best way to basically control your own fate is to take care of it ahead of time and write it down.